What's up, y'all? It's Jay Boogie the Boy Wonder. I know I've been absent, been in school, doing a lot of that, working on some music and some other big things that I'm trying to get together. So I haven't really had a lot of time to cool my gaming channel. But this is pretty much answer and kind of rant on all things I've been hearing about Destiny 2. Now, I currently play Destiny 2, playing Justice 2 more, and that's not because Destiny 2 is bad, it's just because I've kind of fell in love with a different game type. I never played a fighting game, with the goals of it being competitive. And Injustice has just really opened my eyes to how fun it is. I'm one of those guys that like to grind games, and not grind as in spend all my time, but make some type of progression. Not false progression, actually gain skill in something. Like a trade, I guess. So, if you haven't watched my channel and seen some of my montages, I'm you know, a really good player. I would say I know I've held my own and have beaten probably some of the best people in the game. I've played in tournaments, never had teams, but skill-wise, I can hold my own. So I'm well versed in both PvE and PvP, but I prefer PvP. With that said, let's just hop into it. So everybody says that Destiny 1 is boring and it's the worst thing ever. I mean, Destiny 2 is boring, it's the worst thing ever. Destiny 1's better. And it's funny because no one remembers all of the rants and videos from MTash, Real Crafty, Sir Demetrius, all of these guys complain about how horrible Destiny 1 was and how it was so unbalanced, this, that, and the other. And now, all of a sudden, they address pretty much everything that people were crying about and saying. And now they're upset about it because now it's boring, now it's stagnant, now there's no point of progression. But you cried about that progression in the first game. I'm not saying Destiny 2 is perfect by no means. What I'm saying is that everything that we have gotten now is what they asked for, based off the complaints and the constant videos and negativity that surrounded Destiny 1. I mean, to be honest with you, people hated Destiny 1 for the most part until Taken King. Taken King really is what put life back into Destiny. Like, a lot of people, that's what they talk about. They remember the Taken King and how it just changed stuff. And it didn't change a whole lot. It added a lot of different things and some quality of life changes. But for the most part, we got pretty much the same game, you know, via new subclasses and a new raid. So, to compare Destiny 2 Vanilla to Destiny 3, which took 3 years for them to put together and take feedback to do it, I don't think it's a fair comparison. I mean, and then this game has a different design behind it, and it pretty much is based off all the crime. When we talk about PvP, everything was one shot. Time to kill was too fast. They cut the time to kill down because of the community crying about the time to kill being the meta is horrible. The meta was so bad. The meta is this, the meta is that. I feel like people just kind of want to win. I don't think it has anything to do with balance anymore. Like, they cried about hand cannons being broken, then they cried about hand cannons being too weak. So the end of Destiny 3 was hand cannons shooting really far like they was. Legendary hand cannons. All they did was just reset the meta again, all the way back to what they was crying about. They cried about special, they removed special and put it in a different complete design choice. Now you're saying that made Destiny. But I remember every streamer crying about how shotguns were OP and snipers were OP and it's just special and abilities. That's not skill. Now that they've taken what made Destiny Destiny and turned into a normal first-person shooter, oh, it's a problem now. Oh, it's a huge issue. That's not fun. You can't have both. You can't get into. If you want balance is static rolls in pretty much streamlining the experience, so that way my gun versus your gun comes down to skill and positioning versus you getting the guy roll because you grind it more than me, and you have an advantage because your gun can do things that I can't because I can't get that roll. That's balance. That really is. And I'm not trying to say Destiny 2 is the best thing in the world, but I do believe by far it's a superior game, and I think they're going around the right track. Yeah, do I miss sixes? Yes, I do. I think sixes was fun because I used to have my whole clan I like to play with them. Do I miss special? Yes, I felt like grenades, movement speed, and special was Destiny. Like, I felt like that was the difference between that and Call of Duty, that and Overwatch. Like, it made Destiny Destiny. The community cried about it being changed. I never had a problem with Destiny 1 PvP. Yeah, one-shot stuff got on my nerves, but I didn't cry about it. I thought that's just Destiny. But now that they've changed it, I'm perfectly fine with Destiny 2. Like, I'm fine with it. I have no issue with neither one of them. But I'm just so sick and tired of videos of how Destiny is this and Destiny 2 is that, and it's the worst thing ever, and we thought it was going to be this, and we thought it was going to be that. And I mean, it's just borderline ridiculous. Like, guys, I play Injustice, a lot of Injustice, not because I don't like Destiny. I just have found a new love for fighting games. I'm new to it. I didn't realize, competitively fighting games were this fun. Also, I never had the opportunity to actually play a fighting game and be good enough to be competitive in it. I play competitive Destiny, and I was really good at it. Top 1%, played some of the best people in the game, some of the best streamers, and beat them. Outsniped them, everything. I'm not saying I'm the best by no means. I'm saying I was able to hold my own because I progressed. With the new update, them saying Rant coming, I'm probably going to play more Destiny because I like to gain skill in something. Even it's a video game, but I like to gain skill in things. And I'm gaining skill in Injustice, and it's difficult and it's new. See, I like stuff like Dark Souls, so, I like that, and that's where I'm at right now. But I love Destiny 2. I don't think it's the best game in the world. I don't think it's the best Destiny in the world. I think it's superior to Destiny 1, but I don't see the gripe and the complaints. I don't understand it. Everything that we've cried about, they tried to address and give us the game that we want. And now that you got what you asked for, community, they can't never make up their mind on what they want. This person wants this person wants that, and they try to make everybody happy. Now you want to cry. And the fact of the matter is, Destiny was never designed to be all these different things. I think it was designed to be a looter shooter with PvE elements and randomness, and that's it. And people enjoy doing stuff that I don't like. See, I like the fact I don't have a lot of time like I used to. So I like the fact that I can get some guns and then get some skill, and then when I play, I can compete. I don't like the fact that I have to grind a strike to get a specific gun so I can compete against people. I like the way Destiny is. I like the new Destiny 2. I only play Destiny sometimes about maybe 1 or 2 hours a week. Like, I don't, and then on the weekend, if I have time, I help my carry partner, Kinkuken Game, shout out to him, do trials carries. So, I personally don't get it. I don't understand it, and I disagree with the majority of the community. I mean, they say Destiny 1 was skill, but running around throwing highly aim assist grenades that curve around corners and stick to people, to one-shot people, that's skill. Movement speed extremely fast, one-shotting them with a shotgun or rangefinder that snipes people extremely far. That's skill, but a game that requires team shots, team mobility, and team awareness with precision and map awareness, that's not skill. Like, I don't understand I disagree. Like, I feel like it takes more skill to play this game than the other one. Just because you can't run in there and feel like you're a god and go around and kill everybody within seconds, don't mean you good. It's just the game mechanics allow you to do that. The game mechanics allow you to be smarter. You have to play intellectually. And I don't know. All I know is I think the community is the reason why Destiny 2 the way it is. And I think they should just hush and just deal with what they asked for. I think the game is fine. I think it needs improvements in certain areas. Yeah, I think there needs to be more of an incentive for those hardcore PvEers. But for them to say that Destiny, the hardcore gamers kept Destiny alive, I call complete BS on that. The hardcore gamers did not keep Destiny alive. The people who didn't have anything else to do but to grind for random roles kept the game alive. And if that's the definition of a hardcore gamer, then I guess so. But Destiny, the community, are full of bandwagons. They have been bouncing back and forth on this game. From vanilla Destiny was all good, then it got boring, and all you heard was there's nothing to do in Destiny. Then it came out with House of Wolves, which I admit House of Wolves wasn't that great. Prison Elders was like, meh, but whatever. But Trials came out with that, so that was a plus on that. But they really hopped on and off. Taken King, everybody hopped on. Meta change, everybody hopped off. Meta change again, back to hand cannons, everybody hopped on. Like, they bandwagoners. When this game, Destiny 2, first came out, everybody thought it was the hottest thing. It's so great, it's so amazing. After a month of the game being out, it's the worst thing in the world. Like, bruh, this is not a bad game. Like, I'm not hating, but, you know, Mass Effect Andromeda, everybody got a reason to be upset with that. But this right here, is no comparison. The community, I feel like, are children, and they don't know what they want. And they just scream and cry about everything. They cried about Midas so much in Destiny 2 and didn't even know that there's guns like Tone Patrol and other guns that completely outgun Midas, but Midas broken. All because everybody was using it, was popular, and no one wanted to explore another option. So I don't think there's really a way to please this community. I think no matter what they do, they're gonna upset a part of the community, regardless. And the main fact is that I think they want to go toward a more competitive avenue with Destiny in the the PvP standard, and I think it's the right direction. I think they're going the right way. Yeah, I miss Rumble. Yeah, I miss Sixes, because I used to play with my clan. I used to love playing with my clan, having more people to play with. I think Sixes was fun, but I think this mode is more control. The map design provides that for 4v4, and I think people just need to stop crying. Destiny 2 is not that big of a deal. It's not that bad. And people were talking about how they was going to leave Destiny and quit playing that game, but people continue to play Destiny. People got upset in Destiny when they didn't have nobody to play with. Like, it's ridiculous. The Destiny is not the easiest community to please. It's probably one of the worst communities to deal with when it comes to trying to make the player base happy. Because in no other game has there ever been this much of a problem. Even the fighting game community, it has not been that big of an issue. Like they just deal with it. I mean, I don't know if you don't know nothing about Injustice. You know, for a whole year, Batman was kind of broken. Took them a year to nerf it, but did nobody just quit playing because they like, oh, I ain't playing because Batman's nerfed? No, they just figured out how to deal with it and just understood, hey, let me figure out this matchup. Like, they just kept going. I know it's hard to compare a fighter and a shooter, but I'm just saying, like, the community, for people to say how this community is so amazing and so great. And again, my channel is based off Destiny, so I appreciate the people who are in my channel who like this video. I understand. I thank you. But to say that it's the greatest community in the world, this, that, and the other, to me, it's just really trying to put an egg over the whole situation and make it seem like, oh, yeah, let me get on your side because you guys are great, but the game design is bad. Like, no, the huge contributor to all of this has been Destiny. The crying and the points make no sense. They say, I heard Hush say something about being upset about the engram that's giving you exotics that you don't have. They just cried about the game being unrewarding in Destiny 1. There was so many videos on it. And now they're crying about this game being too rewarding. And then they talk about how this game doesn't give me no exotics, keep getting the same thing. Now they're addressing that, and now it's a problem. Because now there's no grind. Like, I don't, like, that's what I'm saying. You see how confusing that is? It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And I don't, honestly, I don't know how Bungie gonna do. I think Bungie should just stick by their guns and just go with their design, try to address some needs, but stick with their guns and their design. Maybe get it right on Destiny 3 for the community, but I don't think you can ever truly please this community. I don't think it's possible. I think they expect and have too much that they want going on. But rank play is good, private match is gonna be good. Some of the stuff they adding is gonna be good. You know, some of it came from some ideas from Destiny 1. I think that needed to be changed, and they need to keep tweaking that. But I'm fine with it. Leave a comment leave comments below. A healthy discussion, introspective and, you know, intelligent discussion in the comments, guys. If you want to comment.